For decades, studies of potential transportation projects intent on reducing congestion in our region have come and gone. Even the current 5 proposed options have evolved from their initial paths and corridors, primarily due to the locations of both potential and approved developments. Even now, a new major project proposal, a technology overlay district south of the Rappahannock River, impacts the current study and potentially adds this project to the long list of unsuccessful attempts to minimize congestion problems in our rapidly growing region. FAMPO's Citizens Transportation Advisory Committee, since the inception of this current regional project was first introduced, has been discussing its merits and drawbacks. Over many months, CTAC has analyzed the available data at great depth, with effort toward determining a suitable, preferred bridge and parkway, one capable of providing opportunities for the entire region for years to come. Option D was immediately discounted due to its substantial impact along Greenbank Road, negative environmental impact, and major amount of new roadway construction. Option A, because of its comparably small travel demand, proximity to pristine streams, length of new road construction, and longest bridge over a sensitive environmental location, was then eliminated. Of the remaining 3 current options, CTAC members noted that B1 and B2 had the largest travel demand, highest percentage of reducing O&D travel times, and extensive use of existing viable infrastructure which would enable a minimal need for new road construction. Yet, these favorable factors have not seemed enough to garner the support that likely would be necessary to advance this solution. Option C enjoys many similar favorable factors as B1 and B2, such as utilizing infrastructure and travel demand. However, CTAC considered that because the location of the Option C path would cause environmental impact necessitated by major earthwork over very uneven western terrain and cross the river into a central portion of the TOD to be strong negatives. Additionally, CTAC's months of discussion had also included consideration of alternative routes, making modifications to several options, including a river crossing, similar to where Option D was to cross, but utilizing the existing infrastructure of Celebrate Virginia Parkway used by Option C. This path had once been considered within the current study. For your consideration, this alternative is CTAC's preferred option. Foremost, CTAC strongly emphasized the need to lessen environmental impact, to utilize existing infrastructure whenever possible, utilize the high travel demand modeling to provide a route with maximum usage, and consider the concerns expressed by all jurisdictions. The existing infrastructure includes a grid with 5 existing northern access points along Route 17. Celebrate Virginia Parkway is a state secondary road, Route 1968, including 3 miles of viable roadway from Route 17 to the former golf course clubhouse. In 2019, a representative of the Silver Company identified that the parkway was designed and built for a volume of 66,000 vehicles per day, with only 7,000 vehicles using the road at that time. Substantial medians, some up to 30 feet wide, including many existing turn lanes. 4 or more existing lanes with widths of 12 foot. A new Commerce Parkway extension would add another important 6th access point. 8-foot wide sidewalks along the entire route, suitable for bike and pedestrian use. Storm drains and storm water basins throughout. Streetlights along the entire route. Displayed in blue, CTAC Option C would extend through the potential Celebrate Villas project, but avoid the location of planned residential units. The current B1 and B2 option bridges would have passed over low-lying wetlands south of the river. That concern, raised by several groups, is avoided. As the route passes south through Cannon Ridge, care is given to following the old Berea Church Road along the ridgeline, avoiding costly earthwork and impacting archaeological and historic markers. The new Fredericksburg City Technology Overlay District is shown, outlined in green. CTAC Option C bends eastward, crossing the river where the current Option D would have, using the bridge with the shortest estimated length and providing an excellent shared use opportunity for bicyclists and pedestrians. City leaders have indicated a preference that a bridge and parkway avoid the central region of the Technology Overlay District. CTAC Option C addresses that concern by skirting the southern perimeter of the TOD, crossing into the Rappahannock HP land that does not contain an easement. CTAC Option C retains a connection to Carl D. Silver Parkway. CTAC's considerations for their Option C did not stop there. Was there a way to create greater impact and opportunity, striving to bring together all jurisdictions in the region? Consider this possibility. At the southern tip of Cannon Ridge, consider a branch that proceeds south across the river, with a bridge long enough to extend beyond River Road, drawing yet another line on a map to solely be utilized as an example of a potential path that ultimately connects to Route 3, passing through open space, avoiding homes and streams. Creating a second access point in Spotsylvania County would certainly create greater regional impact. 2 access points enables a better grid and provides choices for drivers dependent upon their destination. This addition could be constructed at the outset or added on at a later time. Or, if there is uncertainty regarding what land might be available for a river crossing in the city of Fredericksburg, this route could serve as an alternate directly connecting to Cannon Ridge, providing a needed north-south solution toward reducing regional congestion. Whether as an alternate route or as an additional path, this potential project could be utilized in a similar fashion to a long-sought-after Western connector. Though surely an added expense, including an amendment to the current study, this addition would likely be more cost-effective now, rather than putting off another Western connector till sometime in the future, starting another study from scratch, and dealing with higher costs and less available land. The CTAC Option C Bridge and Parkway, either with or without the additional second river crossing, was arrived at after considerable thought and provides an alternative worthy of exploration.